Hey babes, it's your girl Sophie and welcome back to another client tutorial. If I sound a little bit stuffy, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather, but that doesn't stop me from filming this video. We're going to go ahead and get started. My lovely model Michelle has dry to normal skin, so I'm applying some moisturizer. I'm using the Tarte H2O moisturizer and I absolutely love it. Now I'm applying some Burt's Beach chapstick onto her lips to moisturize. Moving on to eyebrows, I'm going to go ahead and fill in her eyebrows very lightly because she has super thick, beautiful brows, and I'm using the BH Cosmetics brow palette. If you're a makeup artist, you need this in your kit. It's a great alternative to the ABH brow palette. Now I'm getting the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Neutral, I believe, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over her lids to just to prime them, and I'm using a very white base so all the colors can really pop. To set the lids, I'm just using this pressed powder from LA Girl Cosmetics. For the eyeshadow palette today, I'm testing out this new palette from the brand called Bella, and it's called Basic Browns. I'm starting off by picking up this orange shade, and I'm using the Morphe M503 brush. This is going to be a transition color, so I want it to be very orangey, and I'm going to go ahead and blend that all throughout her crease. Moving on, I'm getting the Festival palette from BH Cosmetics, and I'm picking up the shade called Escape, and using the same M503 brush, I'm going to go ahead and just pack that onto her crease as well, just to build up the colors. Going back to that big palette, I'm going to go ahead and get this kind of red undertone burgundy shade, and with the M505 brush, I'm going to go ahead and just apply that onto the outer V's of her eyes, and we're going to go ahead and intensify this look with these darker shades, and of course blending out with the same blending brush we initially used. I'm picking up a more burgundy shade with that same brush because I really wanted there to be burgundy vibes with this look. I didn't want it to be so orangey, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the same brush, just applying on the outer corners of her eye to really intensify this look, and of course blending, blending, blending. Now I'm grabbing the Morphe B83 flat shader brush, and I'm grabbing this gold shade, and of course make sure to spray water to make it more pigmented and metallic, and I'm just applying this basically on the inner halves of her eyes, creating a half-cut crease. With that same gold, I'm just going to go ahead and highlight her brow bone as well. Once I've laid out the golds, I'm going to go back to the Morphe M505 brush and pick up black to really intensify the outer corners of the eye. This is what's really going to make this look smoky. I also decided to get a angled brush and do a smoked out winged liner, and I think this is the first time I've been able to capture me doing winged eyeliner on camera. So I'm basically flicking it up to get that winged cat eye look, and then from the corner of it I'm going to drag it back down just to connect it with the line on the lash line, and going back to that pointer brush, I'm just going to smoke it out with that black shade. Now I'm going to go ahead and get a light gold shimmer to apply that into her inner corners because I really want them to pop. And for her lashes, I'm using the Miss Fab Beauty lashes, and I'm using the Elo Cosmetics lash glue and applying them on. I really wanted to go for a very dewy look, so I'm using the Becca Cosmetics Backlight Primer, as well as I'm getting this shimmery gold spray that I actually made, which is coming soon to Sophie Cosmetics, and I'm spraying that on her face. I'm going to be using the Ben Nye Matte Foundation Palette and the LC Cosmetics gold drops for her foundation today. The gold drops really helped the foundation not be such a thick consistency, and also giving glow to her skin. I mixed a few shades, and now I'm applying that foundation all over her face using a Sigma Beauty sponge. For concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm using light neutral and mixing it with a little bit of tan sand to get her perfect shade. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that to the high points where I want to highlight, under the eyes, down the bridge of the nose, forehead, and chin. For cream contour, I'm using the Revolution London foundation stick that I bought at Ulta, and this was my first time really using it, and I'm absolutely obsessed. It's their foundation stick. I believe it's only like $9, and it's so good. It's so creamy, and it blends out like a dream. It's amazing. You guys should definitely try this out. I personally prefer it as a cream contour, not as a full foundation, but it works and it's amazing for its price. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that and spray her face to help the blending process. For extra glow, I'm using the jcat liquid illuminizer drops, and I'm just applying that to her cheekbones to just make this look extra dewy and glowy. To set her face, I'm using the Mercier translucent powder for under her eyes and basically everywhere that we highlighted her face with that concealer. For the rest of her face, I'm using the LA Girl Pro HD Press Powder, and with a fluffy brush, I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over her face. Now for bronzer, of course, I'm using MAC Give Me Sun, and I'm using this new brush that I recently purchased. It's from ELO Cosmetics in the number ELO 120. With the same brush, I'm going to get Milani Illuminoso and apply that onto the apples of her cheeks. And going back to the Laura Mercier setting powder, I'm going to bake under her bronzer and blush just to really snatch her cheekbones. For highlight, I'm using the Simplicity Trio from my cosmetics brand, Sophia Cosmetics, and I'm mixing kind of all of them. I always tend to mix all of them just, you know, to get a brighter highlight. You can never go wrong with too much highlight. Then I'm applying onto her lips, and for eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Sephora waterproof liner to line in her waterline, and now I'm going back with all the colors that we basically used on her crease, and I'm smoking out her lash line to really intensify and give a smoky vibe to this look. Now with a disposable, I'm applying some mascara to her lower lashes, as well as applying more highlight onto her lips because this is going to be the base of the lip color. So I just literally applied highlight, and then I'm using this brown lip liner from NYX Cosmetics to line her lips, and I'm using a clear gloss all over her lips, and that's basically what I used for her lips. I just wanted it to be very shimmery and glossy. Now I'm using this NYX clear brow gel, and once that's done, this look is complete. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial on a client. If you want to see more of these videos, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye guys!